Even when you had two eyes, you'd see only half the picture.
It's too strong. Without my hammer, I can't.
Are you Thor, the god of hammers? That hammer was to help you control your power, to focus it. It's never your source of strength. Right now, those people need your help.
I'm not as strong as you.
No. You're stronger.
Underdog. Volt is the king, and Volt, once again, is going to prove to the world. You know, I did really good in Saitama. I did really good in Shinobi. I did really good at other projects, but man, I need to find that one project that's going to go from nothing to the top cryptos in the world. I need to find that project. And after 101 rug pulls, 101 rug pulls, most people would have quit after 10 rug pulls. Most people would have quit after 5. I went for 101 rug pulls. I found Volt. When I saw Volt, the name, developers that come in and promise you, I'm going to do all this, and next thing you know, they're gone. Or they go to sleep, or they quit, or they do a migration, and they take all the money. They lie to the communities, they lie to investors, they lie to moderators, they lie to everybody. And then there's Volto, right? To the multi-billions, with or without you. We will leave you behind. We will bury you. We will freaking burn you and cover you with concrete and forget about the Jeep that became irrelevant because we're taking this to the top. The world knows we're taking this to the top. The media knows we're taking this to the top. Benzinga knows we're taking this to the top. NASDAQ knows we're taking this to the top. And no Jeep is going to this morning, if you missed the live stream, Volt listed on Polo MeX. An exchange that's been around since 2013, 2014. A very old school exchange with all the connections to all the other tier 1 exchanges.
You guys were here for that live stream last night. That was a Voltage live stream. Is the dev team delivering? Yes. Is the community strong? Yes.
We are all the toast. It's the crowd show. 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 It's the crowd show.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm so fired up. This is the first live stream in my channel for 2023. And then you guys know we had a fire up day, man. We had a crazy, crazy, crazy day today. And you know, it's just been a lot of work to get here, to get to where we are today. And I'm really fired up because 2023 is going to be bigger for us than 2022 was, in my opinion. Why? Because now we're going to be moving in bigger amounts of money, bigger amounts of holders, bigger amounts of exchanges, bigger amounts of utility, bigger amounts of everything. See what I mean? If you would have asked me 12 months ago, you know, how we doing, Pablo? I would have been like, well, we don't have a website. People are calling us scammers. I'm considered one of the biggest scammers. And, you know, you got people coming in from other projects, buying our token just to dump the chart. We're not doing good. But you know what? One thing's for sure. We have a vision. We have a dream. We have an imagination that we can be a top 10 crypto in the world. And today, we have become so relevant in the entire crypto space that even the great Shib army got mad at us. Little Volt. And I just want to tell the Volt army that I love you guys. At one point, I was part of the Volt army, you know, or I mean the Shiba army. Sorry, the Shiba army. And Shib gave me a 6-figure, you know, profit in Shib. And I learned a lot of the crazy stuff that we are doing in Volt today because of Shiba. Obviously, Doge too. And today we're going to talk about that. Today, the whole live is going to be about that. I want to take you guys back in time to how Shiba actually got developed, how it actually became the great project that it is today. I want you guys to know the full story because a lot of you guys came in at the Dogecoin pump or the Shiba pump, or you guys came in the middle of, you know, before the bear market started, you know, in the middle of the bull run, wherever you came in, you probably don't know the full story of Shib and why we keep saying that Volt is so similar to Shib. And today we're gonna pull all those pieces together and kind of teach you guys what I mean by that and why we don't consider ourselves the next Shiba, but we consider ourselves the next big top meme coin in the world. First was Doge, then was Shib, and Volt is coming for that third place in the top 10 cryptos in the world. And today, I got two of my good old friends, man. Like, this is going to be exciting because, you know, these guys, one of the guys has never been on my show. The other guy came in a while back before he even was Volted. So now bringing him back to the show as a Volt member is pretty fired up. It's exciting times, and it's going to be fun, man. I think tonight is going to be a special one. It's going to be a special one to remember. And I wanted to take the Shiba history and show you how well it connects with Volt history and why we're going to the top. And these two gentlemen are going to help me present the show tonight. And let's bring them in, man. Let's start with my good old friend, Mr. Limitless. What's up?
Hey,
bro?
what's up, man? Thank you
How
so
you
much for
doing?
having me.
Man, I'm excited to have you back. It's been a while since you've been on the show. And last time you were on the show, you were not a Volt investor, but now you are. You know what I mean? So, like, I think that's going to happen a lot as the bull market kicks in, as people, you know, people that weren't Volted today will down the road get Volted. It's just what happens. What do you have to say to the people that are hesitant about Volt? What do you have to say to them, like, to start the show out? What would you tell a person that's watching this show for the very first time about Volt?
Well, I would say that, you know, everybody is going to return to Volt, not financial advice, but the community is so strong. They truly care about one another. They have great leaders. They have incredible utility. The price is actually at an insanely good value in terms of an entry point. based on where it's been from all-time high and how it's retraced just based on the bear market. Like now is really an incredible time to get in on an exceptional community that's fully established, fully developed, has their shit in order in so many ways, and has so much in store for 2023 still, with the legendary Voltoshi working hard behind the scenes for every one of us. So man, I couldn't be more excited about being here with the Volto, with Pablo, with all the legends. Thank you guys. You're awesome.
Man, Limitless, I'm pretty fired up about this. And the other member that's going to be joining us tonight, this is actually the first time on my show. So I'm really fired up. I love his content. The knowledge that he shares with people is just good stuff, man. So I want to bring him in, Mr. Optimum. How you doing, brother? Oh, look, you got the light.
Oh, I had to bring out the Volt logo, man. Come on, I had to do it with class. Why not, eh? How you guys doing? You know, I'm saying to everybody in the VC, I hate lives. They make me super, super nervous. So whilst you might like my content, I just struggle with lives. So yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. One thing's for sure. What time is it where you're at right now? Because I know it's like super.
It is 2:13, so pretty late or early, depending on which way you want to look at it.
At 2:13 in the morning. You hear that, guys? And here he is, ready to get volted. Get this party started.
Let's go.
Well, let me ask you, man, because how long have you been involved with Volt, first of all? How long?
I think I started pretty much around the 1st of November or end of October. So I'm pretty new, as you know. Yeah.
And how has your experience been with the Volt Army so far?
Well, bullish, super bullish. A community like no other. There's no real toxicity here either. You go to other projects, you go to other Telegram groups, you see a lot of toxicity. You hear a lot of toxicity in those TG groups as well. We're totally different. We find different people, and talking about finding, I mentioned this before that I believe in the law of attraction. I find that the people that actually find Volt are the people that are decent. It's really strange how that works. And so super stoked to be here, super happy to be on board with the Volt family, and super happy to see us destroy Doge at some point very soon. So,
well, you know, in order to become the best, you have to outperform the best. That's just what it is. You know, and I don't know if you guys noticed. I know Limitless has noticed about us outtrending Shib and Doge, and you know, even other top 100 projects on Twitter, like nonstop. And we do it on weekly basis. Like it's becoming a normal that Volt outtrends blue chips. What do you say to that, Limitless? What do you say to that?
I'd say absolutely. You guys have done a lot of great work, and coming into Volt several months back, that was my biggest inspiration, is because I knew what a strong community that it was in terms of the shill strength and just the drive to be the best. And man, since we've really taken Shilling to the next level and organic outreach, it's just truly inspiring to all the time log into Twitter, see Volt trending. I mean, yesterday there was like 60,000 tweets in a single day that Volt put out. Think about that. That's more than some projects are putting out in a week or even a month. That's insane. So it's truly inspirational what you guys have done. And I mean, the sky's the limit for where we can take this when we all start really digging in and taking it to the next level. 1 million tweets a day, we'll get there.
I agree. And for those that don't know, Optimum Hustle does have a YouTube. Nice. If you guys want to check out his content, you're gonna love it. Like dude, like when I first watched your first video, I was like, this guy's brand new in YouTube, but you can tell that he's been in crypto for a while. And that's something that really caught my attention with your channel, and it has been very educational, and I enjoy it. It's a good channel. So if you guys don't follow him or subscribe to him, check him out. Just watch a couple of videos, and I guarantee you'll want to, you know, keep watching them from there on out. They're just good stuff. So, man, let's start with the entire market, man. Let's see what's going on in the market. Damn, Limitless, look at this. This feels like we're in the bear market. What is this? 800 billion? What happened to the over the trillion?
I know, right?
Man. You know what's crazy? You look at all these blue chips, right? All the blue chips that you see right now. I mean, a year ago, Bitcoin was probably sitting at a good solid 30 to 40,000 a token. A year ago. Isn't that crazy?
It's wild,
So
man.
you think about that, and you think about where it is today. You think about, for example, Doge losing that zero, or I mean gaining a zero. Same with Shiba, and you look at all these projects. They all come down a good solid 80-90% from their all-time high, and we're talking about, if they were sitting at a 50 billion market cap, now they're sitting at a 4 billion market cap, which is like a negative 10x, negative 11x from its all-time high. You know what I mean? And in my channel, I like to focus on the fact that, look, this is crypto. This is what happens. If you believe in your project, just invest while it's down and let the market fix itself. And before you know it, you're gonna have $100,000 Bitcoin again, a $5,000 Ethereum and beyond. What do you guys think of all that?
Yeah, super bullish. I mean, can you imagine what's going to happen when Bitcoin gets back to 100K, to the entire crypto space? All projects are going to come up, right? But Vault is already primed for that position. And so it's going to take top spot. It's just going to go straight to the top. And that's one thing I'm super excited to see. Super excited. Everyone talks about the burn mechanism. And like you said in your last stream, Pablo, the burn mechanism is one of those things that's going to help Vault. But really, it is all about the market cap, right? And as soon as we start hitting more and more tier one exchanges, it's going to be super bullish. I'm looking forward to it.
Super bullish. I mean, it was crazy because you go back at the bull run in 2017. Look at where it peaked out in December, and ever since after December, that's when it dipped all the way down. See what I mean? And it happened so quickly, and it took a whole year. Look, this is what I want to tell people. Look, it took from December 16 to December 4th, December whatever. So it took a whole year for the bear market to kick into the berry floor. See what I mean? A whole year from the all-time high. Now, if you remember, the all-time high for Bitcoin was what? 11/9/2021. So if you look at where we are today, we're actually 13 months since all-time high. See what I'm saying? So if you follow charts, if you follow technical analysis, according to the last bull run, to this bull run that happened, this is the floor. See what I mean? We're right there. So what does that tell you? Is it going to be a crazy uptrend? No, it's not going to be a crazy uptrend. You're not going to wake up and Bitcoin's going to be at $100,000. I mean, look how long it took for it to go from the floor, which was December 2018, to all the way up here. December 2018 to man, it took like 2 years. Ain't it crazy? For a bull run to happen, 2 full years. And that's what people don't. That's what people don't understand. Limitless. That's what they don't understand. They think that a bull run happens overnight, and it creeps up on you. It creeps up on you, and you don't know when it's happening. All of a sudden, Bitcoin's going to be at 18K, 19K, 22K, and it's going to feel like it's hardly moving, but you're actually in the middle of a bull run.
Yeah. Absolutely. And, it teaches us patience more than anything, because, you see people getting stressed about why is the price dropping? I mean, globally, the price is dropping. You think about 90% retracement in most cases from all-time high. And that's just what we're in the middle of in terms of a downtrend. We've been there, like you said, over a year. And a lot of people believe that the bottom is almost here and that the uptrend is going to happen at some point. And like you said, it might not be as massive as the last bull run, at least to begin with. But once it starts moving in the right direction, that's going to be the buy signals for everybody. That is going to be when you start seeing more liquidity being injected into the market, where people suddenly are seeing some of those profits back that they've been holding on to for so long and are at a loss in terms of profit, maybe not in terms of investments, but in terms of profit loss. And now they're just waiting for some of that profit to get back to a level where they can then take those profits and invest them into other projects that survive the bear market and thrive during the bear market. And I mean, we saw today 1.6 million views on that poll. A lot of eyes are on Volt right now, dude.
Ah,
Crazy.
Mr. Hustle got fired up today. Mr. Hustle was all fired up.
Absolutely, everybody was. And the great thing about that post is that's going to continue. That's a market maker in and of itself. We can continue to market that and get it to 2 million views, get it to 5 million views, get it to 10 million views. We can utilize that all over Twitter, all over social media, and continue to push out the vision of what Volt is capable of in terms of its community. That is just truly inspirational stuff. That goes down in the history of DeFi.
Yeah, and big shout out to Mr. Aussie. The setup is Volted. Can't wait for my next 1000x plus in Volt. And we're gonna talk about that because there's so much potential. But like I said, we're gonna look at Shib. We're gonna look at some of the old videos that people probably never seen. Probably people in this live don't even remember the story behind greatness. And I want to share this information so the people that are here today can see how valuable Volt is to you right now. Because only history is going to repeat itself again, and you want to be in the front of it all. What do you think of that, Optimum? Optimium. How do you say it, man? Optimium?
It's optimum.
Optimum.
Optimum
Okay,
hustle, yeah. Almost like peak performance, optimum performance. Yeah, optimum.
Optimum. Got it, bro. Got it. Yeah, because I mean, everybody thought this was the craziest thing they ever seen. This run for Shib right here, the craziest thing they ever seen, and then it dumped, and everybody's like, "Oh no, it's over!" And then poof, skies rocket again.
Exactly, and the same can happen to Volt. All it takes is one, and it doesn't have to be a big catalyst. It can be a small catalyst, or it could be something ever so minor, and that minor thing can be shared, minor detail, and then boom, that can become the big catalyst. And before you know it, you look at a chart a week from now, and all of a sudden it's just could, it's climbed sky high. So it could happen, very well happen to Volt, and we're actually poised in a much better position than Shib was, because Shib got that pump, took advantage of the bull run, and it was like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to be launching Shibarium soon-ish, kind of, never, maybe it's coming, so. No, we actually are delivering utility, and Volto is executing every single time. I really think he's got the dominoes lined up, and he's basically going to push that domino and he's already pushed it, right? We're just seeing all these dominoes fall into place now, which is brilliant.
Yeah, and I wanted to pull up this old video. I took a screenshot of this because I always look at old videos because I want to remember myself how everything happened for Shib, right? I want to remember it myself because even though I was there, you still kind of forget about a few certain details, right? And I wanted to point this detail out for Shib right here, okay? And check it out. Look at the price for Shib at that time. It had 3, 6, 7 zeros. It barely just killed that 8 0, just barely. And look at right there at the very top of CoinGecko. This is what it said. Kindly be aware that liquidity provided in Uniswap can be removed by provided at any moment. See rug pulling. Right?
Exactly. You can be rug pulled anytime, guys. Be careful.
Pulling, right? It may result in a collapse in available liquidity. Please exercise caution when trading. This notice not directed to any project in particular, and is more of a caution reminder for our users. Now, the reason why I want to bring this up is because new investors, they come into Volt, right? They come into Volt, and I'm going to show you what they see, because that's what they're taught. So they just follow, the common YouTuber that knows a few things. They see this warning at the top of Volto Inu. See what I'm saying right here? So they see that warning and they get a little freaked out, but they don't understand that a lot of projects that are coming from DeFi and are slowly building usually have that warning. Why? Because the contract at the time is not re-announced. And what does it mean to be re-announced? Re-announced is that you can't go in there and change the taxes, change certain percentages. Once the contract is re-announced, and you can't do anything with the contract. So What Shiba and a lot of projects did was they left it the way it was until they move into the tier ones. Once they got listed on all the top tier ones, then they modified it to the point where it can't be messed with, and it became a DAO. Does that sound familiar to you guys? So Volt is following similar footsteps. Like, the contract is not re-announced. So what's going to happen is right now you're paying the tax, which is good because we need the tax, because right now, if we were to get like a bot attack on DeFi, then it would destroy our chart, right? Because we would never surpass the bots. If our taxes were so low, bots would come in and trade for 1-2% all day long in our chart. All day. Day traders would come in and they would buy and they would wait for a 5% gain and sell. And see, the tax protects you from all that. And then on top of that, it gives you that money for marketing, which Volt has that massive marketing going on, right? So you got to understand what's happening before you have like a, I guess, ignorant moment for yourself. Understand how Shiba came about and what it is today, and understand that Volt has a capability to do such thing, if not greater. What do you think of all that, Optimum?
Absolutely, 100% agreement. Everything you said was just basically 100% facts. Like you said, if it will do the same as Shib, if not greater, I really do think it's going to do greater. I mean, if you look at everything that we've accomplished already in a bear market, something that Shib never did, I think I like to use this word often on my YouTube channel, and those of you who watch my YouTube channel would know that I use the word inevitable a lot with Volt, because it is inevitable that we are going to get to where we're aiming to go. And we got some real utility. We've got utility, just like Volto, she says, we're going to get banks bolted to financial institutions. Now I don't exactly know what that is just yet. I'm sure you probably do, but that's super bullish news, right? I mean, it seems like all the pieces are falling into place.
Yeah.
And well, like you said, 100x is a piece of cake in my personal opinion, easily.
What do you think, Limitless? What do you think of this information that we just shared just right now? What do you think of all this?
Well, I mean, I think that I can understand when someone comes into CMC and they see that, like, it can be a concern, as you mentioned. But yeah. I think it's also important to realize that the contract itself is locked in Everrise's Everlock system, where it has to be voted upon in order to make changes on the contract. So it's done that way to protect the community from someone being able to go in there and maliciously change anything. Not that the developer for Volt would do anything like that, but it's designed to be driven by the community. And it's kind of a DAO, a very decentralized system that is fully locked up and puts that power into the hands of the community, which is really what DeFi is all about. And while I can understand on the surface level, while people might, get concerned about that and not understand it, myself included, when I saw that, I was like, hey, that's a little weird. I don't know what's going on. But then I asked the right people and found the questions out, which is what we do. We grow in DeFi and we learn. And these are opportunities to really educate new investors and new holders. As we see people that aren't understanding something, it's important to understand that FUD is really just a misunderstanding in most cases. They've either been told something, or they've misinterpreted something, or they just don't really fully grasp whatever it is that they're reading or hearing. And so the more that we can help those people to educate them and bring awareness to the space, the better that they can make, informed investment decisions in terms of where they're going to put their money. And that's why me personally, I came to Volt, because when I look at communities and where I want to invest my money, as my Twitter says, I don't invest in projects, I invest in communities. I look and see, is this a strong community? What does the TG look like at any time, at any point in the day? Is it dead? Is it lifeless? Are there people in there that are human? How is the Twitter engagement? Are there people blowing Twitter up? Are they trying to answer questions? Are they holding VCs? Are they keeping their community engaged and also bringing forth great utility within the space? And Volt ticks all of those boxes above and beyond anything that I've ever found. And believe me, I have looked in everywhere in DeFi. I've explored the deepest, darkest corners of DeFi. The trashiest projects ever have been
The ghetto one?
exploited.
The ghetto one?
What's that?
I said the ghetto ones.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have been exploited, scammed, just like you all. But the community of Volt rises above that, and it's truly inspirational to a new holder. Sure, it has higher taxes than some, and that's what people kind of complain about, but that's what drives the marketing. That's what gives Voltoshi and Pablo and the other team members such a fierce cutting edge to push forward incredible content, keep on influencers and people who keep the energy and the engagement going. They are working behind the scenes nonstop to develop incredible utilities. I mean, look at all of the enhancements that are coming for Volti Change. You want to talk about truly inspirational stuff. Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, you've got the burn tracker coming. You've got the peer-to-peer. You've got the offline limit orders. You've got the marketing banner that's going to be there for kind of paid revenue to go back into the project. And I'm probably missing more things too. You're going to have the widget on the website where any project can add Volti Change to their website, and anybody can utilize it to buy, just like Uniswap. It's the same exact concept as Uniswap. Very simple to use. I've used it many times, and it burns the native token, and it burns Volt as well. So it's a utility that Voltoshi created for the entire crypto space to give back to all the amazing legacies, and even the people who, you know, just projects that are just getting started that don't have a legacy of their own. They can become deflationary or hyper deflationary depending on their utilities. So, I mean, it's super bullish. There's so many things about Volt that are incredible, and Voltoshi's just getting started. I mean, the team has so much in store for 2023. It's kind of shocking.
Man, I love what you said. Let me ask you one question, and then we'll move on to the next thing. But, you know, obviously, guys, we're going to do a live burn for Shiba Inu today on Volti Chain. I'm going to show you guys how you can burn Shiba Inu and any other crypto on Volti Chain, and how you can help, because we know that the Shiba started with a quadrillion supply. We know that.
Make sure you tag Lucy, mind, in your video.
Oh yeah. And we're gonna show the Shib army how you can help your own project as an investor to burn the supply. If you really want Shib to go to a penny, if you really want the main thing is burning supply, right? That's the main thing. That's the only way you're going to get to a penny. So Volt Inu has come out with the solution to help you boost your burning mechanism and become deflationary. So we'll show you that. We'll show you that during this video sometime. But before we get to that, I want you to understand where Shiba came from and what it is today. I want you to understand. So when you look at Volt, you understand where we're going. You understand what's about to happen when this market picks up. When all of a sudden you hear a crypto.com announcement, we're listing Volt, a Coinbase announcement, we're listing Volt, and so forth and so forth. So you don't miss out, and you don't listen to idiots that are commenting stupidly on CMC or somewhere on Twitter when they have never even made money in crypto. They have no idea. So I want to bring you to the foundation of Shib and the foundation of Volt, so you have a chance to make yourself some money, to set yourself free. And man, look at the super chats coming in. Happy Volta year, Pablo and everyone. Woo, woo. All right. The next thing. We can go off like crazy. I want you guys to check this out, man. This shit's funny. Watch this.
If you invested in Shiba Inu, you're not a smart crypto investor. But you're rich, so who cares? If you invested in Shiba Inu, you're not a smart crypto investor.
Oh, I got another one.
But you're rich, so who cares? If you invested in Shiba Inu, you're not a smart crypto investor. But you're rich, so who cares? If you invested in Shiba Inu, you're not a smart crypto investor.
We're gonna watch this.
It's the dog.
And I agree with that. You know what I mean? Like if you make $1 million in Volt and you have no idea how you made it, are you going to be mad? No. You made it. Who cares, right? But That was his opinion in the early days because, you know, for those that don't know, Bitcoin actually did not like Shiba at the beginning. He was actually fighting Shiba at the beginning. And later on, he turned around and said, you know what? It pumped regardless what I said. So a big shout out to the Shiba army. And I want to pull this video up because this is going to happen at Volt. I want you to know this. This right here is going to happen at Volt. We saw a little bit of it today once we won that now payments competition against Shiba. We saw that today. And I wanted to point this out. It's a short video. We'll watch it. We'll listen. We'll learn from the past. And then we're going to jump into the now payments and talk about that. And then we'll go from there. Does that sound good to you guys?
Sounds awesome.
Sounds good, man.
All right, let's do it, man. This is going to be great. You guys are going to love this video. It's some good stuff. Make sure you guys mute yourselves. Let's see. Where is it? All right, here. We'll start it at 50 seconds. Check it out. This is going to be fun, guys. You're going to love it. Let me mute myself.
Out with some Shiba Inus, meme coins. I rarely, if ever, put money into one, and I never expect it to make a return. They're straight up gambling. They don't have any real utility for everyday life, and the vast majority of them are built on contracts that have built-in rug pull scam dynamics. Meme coins are only worth as much as their meme status is just hype. But while coins like Shiba are only going to be a flash in the pan, that doesn't mean you can't make money off of them. To date, the coins with the largest returns for the year are all meme coins. Sounds like a no-brainer, right? Well, there's a little more to it than that. Shiba Inu started this year as the brainchild of an anonymous person named Ryoshi. It's an Ethereum-based token that follows the model of other coins like Doge. Huge supply, low cost. This is what makes meme coins so addicting. To the crypto newbies, you can buy bags of the coins, billions at a time for very little money, with the hope that they'll pump to $1 or more a piece. When Shiba first came out, one Shib cost 1/1 trillionth of a dollar. The max supply of the Shib token is 1 quadrillion tokens. Tokenomics at the scale are absurd. More on that later. For what it's worth, the Shiba Inu creator has put a lot of effort into building the hype around their project. They launched around the time that Doge was pumping and a flood of animal meme coins were being created every single day. It's worth noting that the Dogecoin mascot is itself a Shiba Inu. So that's a brilliant piece of marketing on the part of Ryoshi. Combine that with an aggressive influencer campaign, some actual development on its own version of the DEX called Shiba Swap, and a way to rescue real-life Shiba Inu dogs, and you got a dog that has some bark and bite. So the stage has been set for some serious hype, and as the year of the dog coin is coming to an end, Shiba is pumping like crazy. It started when Vitalik Buterin became attached to the project, when he was given billions of dollars worth of Shiba for free. He then gifted $1 billion worth of Shib that he was airdropped to pandemic relief efforts in India. Later, Vitalik burnt $6 billion worth of Shib, stating that he didn't want that power. Soon after that, Coinbase, of all places, listed the Shib token on their exchange. Shiba started getting partnerships with legit projects like Shopping.io. Several other large exchanges followed Coinbase's lead. Shiba started seeing consolidation at the eye-watering price of 8 millionths of a dollar. And then, just this month, after another pump has started for Shib that is making headlines around the world. To date, Shiba Inu is up almost 3 million% on the year. Everyone has got a little dog in them. So if you want to be in the best pack of the interwebs, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. It puts you in the Bit Squad, which is your best place to get your crypto news and education on a daily basis. But back to the video here, how is this going to end up? Well, folks, I hate to neuter your hopes, but Shiba Inu getting to $1 is impossible with its current supply. If Shib were to flip Bitcoin in market cap today, that would only make Shib rise to 0.02 of a penny. That would be a 50x from where it is now. If you want to get it to $1, Shiba Inu would have to have a market cap of $497.7 trillion. That's more than the entire budget of the United States government by a factor of over 100. But the real hair of the dog is that Shiba Inu is full of whale wallets. Over 82% of Shib tokens are held by the top 100 wallets. So that means that at any moment, a sale of epic proportions can happen and all Shib holders that weren't in the know would get sent to the pound with their bags very empty. But what if there was another way? What if Shiba could do some token burns like what Vitalik did back in May? Well, there are rumors that some of those large wallets are planning on doing just that. How much? Who knows? Some are even saying 90% of the total supply. When might that happen? Well, only the mysterious Ryoshi knows. Current supply of Shiba Inu is 394 trillion as of this recording. So doing a burn of 354 trillion tokens would leave 40 trillion, give or take a few Shib. That would put Shib on the same supply level as eCash, but still miles beyond Doge, which has a supply of 131 billion. The math for Shiba is crazy, but so are the gains. Anonymous teams, huge supplies, huge whale wallets holding most of the supply, and no real utility are all bad marks for this puppy. But you can't ignore that Shiba Inu has had the most development of any meme coin. They have a DEX, liquidity farming, NFTs, and more partnerships by the day. Heck, you can even buy Shib on an ATM. It's a crazy time in crypto, and it looks like Shiba has, at the very least, made a name for itself that will put it into the crypto histories. That's all I got. Be blessed. Way out.
All right. I wanted to show you guys that because it was important. It was very, very important. A lot of people don't understand the history behind Shib, right? They don't understand the FUD they went through. I mean, look at this video. They already pumped ones, and BitBoy's still calling them a meme coin with no real life utility. See what I mean? Like, they were being attacked by the media. They were being attacked by other projects. Same exact thing that's happening to Volt. And look what happened. They partner up with shopping.io. Ain't that something? Isn't Volt partner up with shopping.io forever ago? Now, Shiba partner up with them after their first pump. We've been partner up with shopping.io for a while now, okay? And on top of that, tons of other partnerships. That's what I want you to understand. At that recording, Shiba didn't have that many exchanges. They were working their way up. Right now, we're sitting at 105 centralized exchanges. So we are going at hyper speed versus the way the Shiba was moving back then. Now you got to understand all these things and put them all together to make an executive decision on your future and understand why Volt has the capability to outperform just about every blue chip in the top 100, right? That's just my opinion. I'm not telling you that it will, but it's my opinion. I believe it will. What do you guys got to say to that? Who wants to jump on that video first, guys? What do you guys got to say? Who's going?
Well, I'll just say it's very funny, isn't it? Because everything that he mentioned in the video is basically everything that Volt is going through, right? Every single thing. Like, Shiba was coming out with very, very good utility. And you're right, they did get a lot of FUD, and I remember that. I remember people mentioning that, there's too much supply. And then all these other influencers were coming on board with burn parties, right? They were organizing these burn parties to burn these tokens. And it still wasn't enough. Despite all these influencers arranging these massive burn parties, it still wasn't enough. And we're doing the same thing. We've built these partnerships. We've got real utility out there. We're experiencing the same FUD. It's no different. We're getting FUD from every angle. But again, going back to what you said earlier about the message on CoinGecko at the top, it all comes down to education, right? If you don't have the right education, you're going to FUD. It's just because you don't know any better.
What do you think of that, Limitless? What you thought about the video, man? Because I know you're like, what the heck did I just watch?
I know, it's crazy. And like thinking back, what I know about Shib, because I wasn't in Shib when it first came out, unfortunately. I mean, if I was, I'd be in a much better position than I am now. But I do know that they were down for 3 months. Like when they launched, they were down to an all-time low for months and months, and people were calling it a scam, a rug pull. People were fudding it. People were selling at all-time low. They were doing whatever to get out of it. And then it had that initial pump. And that's exactly it. Like, just because somebody says that it's XYZ or it's this or that or speaks negatively about it doesn't mean anything. In most cases, it's misunderstanding. Now, as far as the burns go, BitBoy Crypto is absolutely right. Like Shib, unfortunately, like they would need to burn an excessive amount of supply. And I firmly believe that that's probably one of the biggest inspirational things for Voltoshi of designing Volti-Change is to utilize the utility behind that to be able to burn one of the greatest blue chip meme tokens out there that needed that. It couldn't be where it wants to be without a utility like that. And I think that people are still sleeping on Volti-Change. I mean, you think about the burn rate that Shib has, and they have the burn parties. They used to have, I had a YouTube video where they were doing like, for listening to a stream of music, they would do like a burn per song that was streamed on a YouTube channel, and people would just stream that all day, myself included, and I made a video about it just to help, you know, increase the burns. But even still, like, it's not enough to make a huge difference. And so if Shiba Inu really wakes up and really realizes that if they start trading all of their SHIB on Volti-Change, it is going to burn supply at an alarming rate that will help them to increase their positions. Like when you think about burning, if you burn 50% of the supply, that means that your position went up by 50%, meaning if you hold 1% pre-burn, then now you hold 2%. So it helps everybody as you DCA and you accumulate and get more and more in your bag and more of it burns. You are helping yourself into a better position. So it's kind of a no-brainer to utilize the utility that Voltoshi has given to the entire DeFi space to help your position simply by holding. I mean, if you promote Volti-Change and teach people about it and educate them on what it does, it's only going to increase your position in whatever you hold that is traded on there. So it's a no-brainer. It's a utility for everybody out there.
Yeah. And if you look at right now, you don't see that warning on CoinGecko anymore. You know, you don't see that anymore. Why? Because Shiba got listed on all the top tier exchanges. It got listed on everything, including Robinhood. You get what I'm saying? So you got to look at all that stuff, all of it. And that's the same thing that's going to happen to Volt. Same exact thing. Same exact thing is going to happen to Volt. When Volt gets listed on all these top tier exchanges and Voltoshi finally says, okay, we are going to change our taxes to 0, buy and sell tax, because we're listed everywhere. We no longer need that crazy marketing because we built a fat marketing wallet to last us forever. You know what I mean? We have unlimited support by the top tier exchanges. Like you see right now, you look at Coinbase, you look at crypto.com, and they're still promoting shit. You look at Webull, they're still promoting shit. Like unlimited marketing for life. See what I mean? And that's what's going to happen to Volt. Once Volt gets listed on all that, all the warnings will go away, taxes will drop, and it won't matter anymore because now you can pretty much trade Volt everywhere. So it doesn't matter if you have a tax or not. See what I'm saying? That's the key point. And you don't have arbitration coming from Gay.io or Poloniex and moving their tokens over, selling them on DeFi and jumping all over the damn place. That tax protects you from all that craziness happening. That's what it's doing right now.
I'm glad you mentioned the tax as well, Pablo, because I know some people have come into the group and they said, "Oh man, I don't like the tax on transfers. I don't like the tax here." But just like you said, you made a very good point. The contract can be changed. Tokenomics can be changed. Obviously, we are, like Limitless mentioned, we are DAO, so it's all done by consensus, right? So if need be, later in the future, once our market cap is something crazy, yes, we can probably adjust it so that the taxes are a lot lower and it can benefit everybody, right? At the moment, the taxes help the project. It's still getting off the ground, right? So anything that can go into the marketing wallet is better for us as holders as well. We need to look at that.
Well, think about
rather than complain.
Think about it like this, Optoman. Oh, man, I have a hard time saying your name. I'm just gonna say Hustle.
Just call me Ads. That's my name. My name's Ads. Just call me Ads.
Ads. All right, I'll do that. But think about it like this, right? A new project launches with, let's say, 0% tax, because there's a lot of 0% taxes launching every day, right? There's no money to market the project, nothing. So what do? Those tokens, usually the developers hold a supply. And when the token goes up in value, they sell the supply to get marketing money. So they dump the chart, right? That's what they do to get marketing money. Or it's just a big scam and nobody ever really markets anything, because who's going to pay for top marketing when there's nobody, there's no collection, there's nothing, right? You have to understand why things are the way they are. Volt needed that marketing push. You can't just launch a project and all of a sudden you get you get an interview with Benzinga, or you get an interview with NASDAQ when you're broke. Who the hell's going to interview you, right? And then you battle the Jeets that make a 5% gain and they want to get out. So not only are you battling the DeFi Jeets, you also not getting any marketing money, so you can't market the project, and therefore you go nowhere. See, times are different. It's not like it used to be where people bought a crypto and they said, I'll sit on this for 20 years because they were taught that way. They came from the stock market. Now you don't get that anymore. You don't get that. So you have to modify your marketing to fit your needs. And that's one thing that Voltoshi is a master. He knows what this project needs. He knows what he needs to do, and he knows how he's going to send this. That's just what it is. What do you think of that, brother? What do you think of that?
Alex, do you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I think absolutely, dude. I mean, it's super inspiring stuff. I mean, Volt is incredible on so many levels, and I think people are still so early on it. Yeah, it's 60 million market cap, maybe a little less right now on Uniswap, and it varies depending on the exchange and the volume, etc. But literally, like, this is the moment to shine. Volt Inu, it's got so much to run in terms of when the bull market hits. Like, you think about Ethereum going back to all-time high of 4,000 or 4,500 or wherever it was. That's like a 4x from here. So right there, we're basically at the all-time high in the low of the bear market that we would be in the high of the bull market. So I mean, it's basically the same thing if you think about it in that sense. And accumulating now during the low gives you the most amount of supply per ETH that you can get in terms of increasing your position. But not only that, it also allows you to enter before more of the supply burns, which again, as it's burning and as people continue to catch on to VoltiChange and utilize it and more Volt is burning, it's only going to increase your position. So buying on that floor, buying on that low is the best strategy when it comes to investment. Again, not financial advice. It's all speculative. Bitcoin could go to zero. We don't know what tomorrow might bring in terms of crypto. And that's the risks that we take as investors. But when you're doing technical analysis, you're looking for the bottom, you're looking for buy signals and buy opportunities and bullish sentiment that's emerging. The Volt chart is looking in the long term. If you look at it, it's looking like the bottom is really in and it's a buy signal. And sure, some people continue to sell and do what they're doing and selling at a low, just like they did for Shiba Inu when it was down to an all-time low, which we're not anywhere near that. But we're talking like Shiba Inu was down from its launch price, down exponentially, and people were selling for a loss. Now, this is the moment to shine, really, in my personal opinion. And I'm like a top 700 or 800 holder in Volt, and I bought that recently. It wasn't like I got in Volt on the first day and paid like 0.1 ETH and got a ton of it. Yeah, I dropped some serious Ethereum to get to that because I saw what this project is capable of, what this community is capable of, what the developers are capable of. And that's what made me want to really embed myself in this community and dig in and help them in any way that I can with marketing, with Shilling, with taking it to the next level. We all can play a part in that. And I think that the biggest part of that is really getting these other projects, any project in DeFi, to understand why they should use VoltiChange for all of their swaps instead of Uniswap. It's like any decentralized exchange. It gives you as a Volt holder the ability to shill Volt to anybody without it being pushy and being about Volt. You can increase the price of Volt without having to push the volume, meaning like trying to get them to specifically drop ETH on the chart, just by telling them about the great utility that Voltoshi has designed and getting them to understand it. Going into other telegrams, I tell people all the time in projects that I'm looking at, hey, you guys should be using VoltiChange if you want to burn supply at a quicker rate and increase your positions. Use it. It's just like Uniswap. It's very simple to use. If you need somebody to come in on voice chat and talk to you about how to do it and the features of it, I'm happy to do that. That goes out to any project. You can reach out to me on Twitter or in the Telegram for Volt. And Cassidy is also the ambassador, and he spends a lot of time in other telegrams, and shout out to him. But we are happy to share that information with anybody in DeFi to help you just get the most that you can out of your project that you're running and its holders and the supply, and just increasing the value of what it brings to the space.
I agree. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, no, Limitless just like pretty much hit the nail on the head with all the points there. I mean, talking about not being pushy when it comes to shilling for Volt, I think with those trending tokens at the very top of VoltiChange, that alone is going to be a way for VoltiChange to get its name out there organically as well. Because people are going to see this, people are going to talk about it. And without us doing any work at all, although we will always be doing work, people are going to start talking about VoltiChange. And that's going to be organically. And when that takes off, it's going to get absolutely crazy. I was saying in Space Chick's live stream the other day that if VoltiChange gets to the point where it becomes like the #1 DEX, I wouldn't be surprised if we start issuing our own LP tokens, because Uniswap doesn't support what VoltiChange needs to do. Obviously, that's a way yet. But yeah, it's exciting times. I mean, we're going to see some massive upticks in the price. I really do think that's going to be the case. And I think everyone is holding right now. If you continue to hold, again, not financial advice, you're going to see some big things. The same thing happened with Shiba. There was a lot of FUD. There was a lot of, are we going to make it? But it happened, right? Just like you said, Pablo, there was a spike just in that one event. That one event is all you need for things to change. So I'm super bullish. I'm going to remain bullish, and I'm looking forward to great things.
Yeah, and you gotta look at, for example, the all-time high with Volt, right? I mean, Ethereum was over $2,000 at the time. It was before the Luna crash, right? So if you would have taken away the Luna crash from the whole equation, Volt would be probably sitting in the billion market cap right now. It would be up there. See what I mean? But you got to understand, the market does what the market does. We can't predict a Luna crash. We can't predict that. That's stuff that just happens. So in the meantime, what do? You continue to develop, you continue to build. And like my buddy right here said, we're going to have, tokens trending of who's burning the most supply, who's burning the most. And that's going to create that organic attention, because it's so cool to watch it on DEX tools. Who doesn't like watching it on DEX tools? Who's trending? You watch it all the time, right? And it's exciting time. So I wanted to point that out. I'm going to do a trade for Shib right now. And first of all, I love you too, Mr. Crypto Midwest. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Gotta love our Volt Army family, man. Check it out. All in on Volt since February 22nd. You're about to have your 1 year anniversary, man. That's around the corner. A couple months away for that 1 year anniversary. Congratulations. But yeah, let me pull up. look at 10 cents, 2027. Hey, man, it's not an unrealistic target if you think about the long term. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to connect my wallet, guys. I'm going to show you how you burn Shib on VoltiChain, right? First of all, you can use a MetaMask, you can use a Coinbase wallet, you can use Ledger, whatever, man. But most important, you got to remember your password. Even I don't use this wallet very much except for tutorials, so sometimes I forget how to use it. Who does that, right? Who does that? We all do that. All right, so check it out. So first of all, go to your settings, okay? And this is a tutorial that I'm probably going to edit just so people have this. We're going to talk about a few things. So first of all, if you're trading blue chips, you don't need to set your slippage at a high slippage, okay? But if you're trading like a token that that's not listed on Coinbase or is not listed on top exchanges, and you're in the just launch on DeFi, for example, your slippage is going to change. You're going to do 10%, 12%, 15%, 18%, 20%, just like you do on Uniswap and PancakeSwap, depending on the project, right? It all depends on the project. So for the tutorial, I'm gonna do 4% for Shib. You can do 2, you can do 3. I just like to do 4 because I don't want to have any like errors or declines from the blockchain. So I'm gonna do 4%. If you're using MetaMask, lift your compatibility mode off. If you're using let's say Uniswap, Trust Wallet or Ledger, same thing. Coinbase is a little weird. Coinbase wants you to keep it on, but every other wallet doesn't. So that's just kind of how it works. Next thing you know, you find Shib. You can even import, for example, you can import the contract address right here, or you can just type the name. Well-known tokens will pop up, like it did. The ones that are coming out new, you might have to import the address to find it, and you just wait a few. You paste the address and you wait a few seconds for it to pop up. Don't sit there and go all crazy clicking it like nuts. Just relax, paste the address, and give it a minute for it to pop up. And as you guys know, you can do Ethereum or Binance Neck, where, for example, if you buy XRP, you can actually come into Volto chain and burn XRP, because XRP runs on the BSC blockchain, right? So you can actually burn XRP. You want to help the case? You're a big XRP fan? Burn the damn supply. Help your community out. That's how you do it. Okay. All right. So now that I got my settings, I got my Shib. Let's say I'm gonna do 0.001 for the tutorial. See, there it is. Now you can do this, or you can keep going into Telegrams and talking to a bunch of people saying, all right, guys, who's going to sacrifice their Shib today? Right? Who wants that? And then you just pay the gas fee. In my case, on this tutorial, the gas fee is $13. I'm going to confirm. Just wait it out. And it's going to show you a little bar. It's going to pop out up here. It's going to say successful. There it is. Swap done successfully. As you can see now at the bottom, I got Shib. And I can flip it. There it is, right? I can resell it the same way I sold it. You might have to raise the slippage, but I think between 2 and 4% for Shib or any blue chip, because the last thing you want is to get front run by a bot. Right? Because we know in DeFi you get front run by bots on Shib, on Doge, on pretty much any other blue chip. You can get front run it. So you got to be careful. Chronos, pretty much any project. So setting the slippage low for a blue chip is super, super important. Now for a token that just barely came out, it's different. You have to do high slippage depending on their taxes, depending on whatever's going on. But check it out. I just bought Shib and I helped burn the supply. That's it. That's all you got to do. And you get everybody in your community that supports Shiba Inu to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. And guess what? You're going to get closer to a penny before you know it. What do you guys got to say to that? Did I miss anything?
No, bullish, man. Bullish. We're helping other projects out there burn and deal with the problem that a lot of them have, and that is how to burn their tokens even faster. Like I said before, you can't really create a token with stupid tax because no one's going to buy it, right? So there has to be a certain level of tax. Then the next question is, okay, if you have too much supply, how do we burn it? And then Volto changes their answer, in which case Shib is a perfect example. So awesome stuff. Looking forward to the favorite trades as well. That's going to be a good feature.
I agree. No, this limit order thing right here is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, especially if you're a big degen and DeFi and you're like limitless and you go to sleep on a token and you wake up and the whole token is gone.
Bro, I had that happen to me 2 nights ago. I don't even want to talk about that.
What happened, Limitless? What happened?
Oh, I bought something and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sleep on it. It's going to be fine. And sure enough, the next morning it had everybody had sold off. It wasn't like a rug pull or something, but it was meant to be a swing trade. And never go to sleep on a swing trade, not financial advice, because in most cases, that's when they get you.
Yep. That's when they get you. And
that's what this will prevent. So you'll be able to go to sleep, set your limit order for a buy or a sell. If you're a swing trader with technical analysis, you'll be able to say, oh, okay, well, here's the resistance and the Fibonacci retracement, whatever. I'm going to set my buy limit for this, and I'm going to set my sell limit for this. And then you can just wake up with some profit instead of some loss for a change.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I know, right?
Wouldn't that be nice? But yeah, you can pretty much import any token that runs on the Ethereum network and the Binance network. You can import the address, and you can buy your supply. You can burn it. You can trade it. You can do whatever with Volto Change, right? Any project. Obviously, depending on the project, you have to modify your slippage. All that. I mean, I can't sit here and tell you 25,000 ways to buy anything on Volto Chain. It's just something that you're going to have experience for yourself. This is just one tool, not only to help a project burn their supply and make them deflationary, but also help the Volt army do automatic buybacks and burns for the Volt army as well. That's the beauty of it. I mean, think about a utility. You know, Shiba launched Shiba Swap after it got listed on crypto.com. Think about that. We're still not listed on crypto.com, and we already have utility out. See what I'm saying? Think about that. I want you guys to put that in your thick skull, how far ahead we are from the last meme coin that made it to the top 10 cryptos in the world. I want you to think about that. Yeah. What do you got to say to that, man? What do you got to say to that?
And, also for people watching that have another project, there's no listing requirements. There's no LP that you have to supply. We've seen a lot of swaps in the past that didn't work out so well, that required KYCs, that required massive amounts of liquidity to be provided up front in order to utilize that exchange. And some of those weren't even burning supply. But there's none of that. Literally, the second that LP is injected into your contract, it will appear on Volto Change. Like Pablo said, you may have to paste the contract address and wait a few seconds for it to populate, but it will be there. And if it's not, just come back a few minutes later and it will be there. So you have to do nothing. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to reach out to anybody. You are able to swap, buy, sell, trade on Volto Change with your token without doing any additional steps. And with the fees, it's like 0.025%. So for a buy or a sell, it's 0.025%. That's what it's burning on each end for Volt and for the native token itself.
Here, give me a minute, Limitless. Tell them a little bit more. Tell them about your experience with another project and Volto Chain, because I know you're supporting another community, and you told them to use Volto Chain, and they've been using it nonstop. So why don't you talk about that and let them understand what's going on in the background with the other project and how they've been using Volto Chain?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, other projects, I tell a lot of projects about Volto Change, but like I have a community in DeFi. We've been fostering that community for many years. And, we were in another project as a community that got rugged, and Pablo's familiar with that. It happened over the summer. We all got screwed, and we were involved with Volt in that. As far as the community, we had a Twitter space with them, and Pablo was very welcoming, and we all got exploited. And so when that community was rugged by a corrupt dev, they kind of disbanded. Everybody went their own separate ways. Me personally, I left DeFi for good. I mean, I was gone for 2 months and vowed to never return because I just felt like everybody was corrupt. Like I wasted 8 months of my life trying to work for the community, be the community advocate, only to have one weak link, one insignificant person that was a bad actor steal everything from that entire community. And so many people were affected by that. It was absolutely ridiculous. I would say 100,000 people or more were affected by this rug pull based on the influencers that were involved, the communities that were involved, the investors, the team members, everybody got exploited. So with this new project, Okami is the name of the project. It basically is the community that rebuilt and said, you know what, we're going to continue to foster this community that we built up. Even though we got rugged, we aren't going to let that deter us from continuing our vision. And so they launched about a month and a half ago, and I work with them as a community advocate, same as I did for this other project that isn't even worth mentioning at this point. But these are great people, and a lot of them are Volted. A lot of them are just amazing investors that hold the floor, and they have owned VoltiChange. They love it. They utilize it. They respect Volt. A lot of them are probably watching this right now and encouraging. They were, voting for you guys. We shared with the Now Payments poll earlier, and they were voting and rooting all of us on, and we're celebrating with the whole Volt community when we won earlier. And they're actually going to be doing something very special for Volt as well. They're launching an NFT collection, and it's going to have Volt rewards. So that basically it's going to be a collection of 800 NFTs. You can stake these NFTs for Volt rewards. And basically the proceeds from this NFT collection is a lot of it's going to be utilized to do a massive Volt buyback. They're going to buy back 25 ETH on the Volt card. And Voltoshi and Pablo have known about this for a while. We wanted to get their blessing. It wasn't like something where we're trying to just use it as a marketing ploy. We're not telling anybody to buy that token that's in Volt. That's not what this is about. In fact, what this is about is that we know that Volt was affected by that BS. They actually bought a bunch of the NFTs for that last project that rugged. We all got screwed over. Yeah. I mean, it sucks, and we laugh about it, but like those dime a dozen people, they killed DeFi in the spirit of it. But this movement of the NFTs and doing the Volt buyback is really just an apology to the community and us giving back and showing our support for what happened, and just allowing great communities to thrive together and do great things. It's not a partnership. I've seen people coming in asking if Volt is partnering. We never want to go down that road for exposure risk for either party, just based on what happened in the past. But we're just doing it because we truly respect Volt. We love the Volt community. We're inspired by Volt. We market VoltiChange everywhere that we go. We utilize it to burn the token supply. And we're going to continue to be there for Volt with anything that they need. We have their back. Even though we're a very small community of people, a lot of people from that other project were lost along the way and probably left DeFi and don't want anything to do with any project anymore. But the ones that are remaining, we all remember what Volt did for us, and our hearts go out to you guys, and we truly appreciate it. I was ashamed by all that shit that went down. I mean, I felt like it was completely my fault. Even though it was a bad actor, I felt very responsible for everything. That's why I left DeFi. But I'm glad that I was able to come back. And I'll tell you now that it's the community that brought me back. It's the Volt community and the community of the great people that are in Okami as well. So, you'll be hearing more about that. We actually have an AMA with Dogecoin Ride, which is like the big Doge shill army tomorrow. And it's at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be there revving it up. We're going to talk about VoltiChange as well. We're going to talk about how important it is and how we utilize it to burn our supply. And it's going to be great. So if you guys can come out and show support, we would greatly appreciate that.
Well, look at that, guys. You got the whole story with Limitless and VoltiChain and, other communities actually, utilizing VoltiChain. And it's going to be great when we finally see the volume that VoltiChain has been bringing in. Because right now, none of us have really seen it yet. And when it comes out, man, you guys are going to be like, holy crap. So that's what's going on with VoltiChange, right? And things are going to get excited because all the new tools are going to come out. All the new utilities are going to come out. And VoltiChange is going to be really, really powerful. But I want to jump into this Now Payments competition because this is what made our day today. Am I right, guys? This made our day. What happened here
definitely
was crazy. So I went back 5 days. I'm just gonna go real quick so you guys see what was going on with Now Payments and what the grand finale happened. for those that don't know what the grand finale was, it's pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild. So first of all, you see, I just went back about 5 or 6 days. This was round 16. I mean, look at the boats, 250 boats in the winner one. I mean, Baby Doge, I don't even know what the hell this is. Oh, Team Dogecoin. Dogecoin didn't even care. They lost to Baby Doge with 600 boats. I mean, come on. We know Dogecoin got millions of holders, right? It's so crazy. But they lost to Dogecoin, Baby Doge, right? And then you see right here, we beat BNB, but we only did 700 boats. Like, we weren't really trying. Nobody was really trying on these rounds. We're just like, whatever, right? This is where things started to cook up. You see, Kishu came in and won with 1,100 boats, man, and it just kept happening. And we go back up, and then Shiba beat Robo Inu. I don't know much about them, but I heard of them, with 9,500 boats. Okay, and that was a lot of boats, man. I mean, these guys did really, really well. I'm guessing Robo Inu brought probably about 3,000 to 4,000, probably about 3,000 of those boats. And then Pitbull came in and beat this other token with 600. And we beat Baby Doge with 4,000 boats on that one. At this point, we're just showing up a little bit, not really getting serious. Kishu, we won with 2,800. And Shiba bit Pitbull with only 3,200 boats. Now you see how Shiba had 9,500 boats earlier, and now they only have 3,000. Why is that? Because when you don't consider a project a threat, you don't really show up. Like, Volt doesn't show up to every poll that happens. We don't show up to every poll. If they're meaningful, we show up. If they're just whatever, we don't care. Like, we don't even show up. Let those people fight it out, whatever, they can have it. Shiba's the same way. Dogecoin's the same way. They don't really show up to events. They don't care about polls because they're always being put on polls, always. But this is where it gets crazy. I want you guys to see this. This is where things get wild, okay? For the finale, for the final round, it was Shiba versus Volt Inu, okay? I'm going to blow this up. We had, and it was Battle of the Inus. I wanted to show you guys this. This is funny. Check it out. The black dog is Volt, just so you guys know. Just so you guys know. It's funny, right? Anyways, but yeah, check it out. There was 1.6 million views. Now, if you go back and you look at the last one that Shiba had with Pitbull, there was 34,000 views. 34,000 views. That's it. 34,000 views on the semifinals. But then on the finals against Volt, 1.6 million views. That should tell you something. It should tell you that things are cooking up for Volt, to the point where even Shiba felt that we were a threat. They showed up. You can go to the comments. There was a lot of complaining, a lot of stuff going on. That's when you know that a community finds you as a threat, when people start complaining about you and trying to say something bad about you. Okay? That's when you know. And what's even crazier, look at how many boats we did combined. 74,000 boats. Now, we won, not by much. Let's say Shiba brought in, I don't know, like 30-something thousand boats, right? And we brought in 40-something thousand boats. People question, Volt doesn't even have that many holders. Yeah, we got 56,000 holders in DeFi, and we have 105 centralized exchanges full of holders. So the thing is, not only that, we have communities like the one that Limitless was talking about that support us. We have a lot of partners that support us. And a lot of these partners came in and helped us with this poll. People that want a new champion, they want a new king, they want the next big thing. They came and supported Volt with this poll. See, all that, you got to look it into perspective and how powerful it is having that many views that many votes on this poll. Who wants to go first, man? What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, well, I would just say that just demonstrates, just like you said, the very fact that they turned up in full swing for that final vote against Volto goes to show that they do see us as a threat. They are paying close attention to developments of Volt. What is happening to Volt? Why is it making these headlines? Why have you got a Nasdaq interview? What the hell is going on, guys? And so that's why they've just come out in droves, right, to come and show from their side of the community how that they're there to vote, and they see us as bots. They see us as bots, just like you said, because we have a much smaller community. This doesn't make sense. Why is a community of 100,000 or 150,000 followers on Twitter outperforming us on a poll? And so many comments have just said, they're out there paying people, they're out there with bots, and it's just nuts, isn't it? But it's a big win. That there is a very, very big, especially on now payments, which is like one of their babies. That's a very, very big win. Big win. So congrats to everyone in the Volt Army on that one.
Yeah, it's like losing at home. Like somebody comes and you play at home and you lose.
Yeah, man.
That's what happened to Shib. That's what happened to Shib. That's why they took it so personal and they were so emotional about it. It's a war. You drop a nuke, we drop a nuke. You drop military, we drop military. It's war. You know what I mean? Like crypto's the same way. When a token is upcoming, just like Shiba was upcoming in 2021, and it was a threat to everybody else. That's how they're looking at Volt right now, as a threat to everybody else.
And what I would say to that, Pablo, I would add to that is, now that we've won this poll, we should focus less on the negative comments and the toxicity in the comments, because at the end of the day, as a project, we want to invite everybody to come and use Volt Change anyway, right? Because Volt, as a crypto project, is the people's crypto. It's not the douchebags crypto, right?
Yeah,
so if we don't act like them and portray a better image of us as a community, I think that will also do good for the project as well. So we should just focus on the next poll, and any other future polls, just smash them and invite everyone over.
Yeah.
I want to add something too. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, like the people that were saying things and about cheating and fudding and all of that kind of stuff, like these were big time influencers for Shib, and we're watching their comments from the past days, and they're just devastated because Shib is one of the most powerful tokens out there, and we all love and support Shib. Like Shib is the legend. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Shiba Inu. Let's be realistic, guys. It paved the way for the utility of the community, and it inspires everybody in DeFi. So hats off to Shiba Inu. Our hearts go out to you. We love and support everything that Shiba Inu is doing. And we understand that people were devastated. Emotions get high when it comes to defending your turf and losing when you feel like you have the strongest community. And honestly, for Volt, it's all about the healthy competition. Yeah, we kind of go crazy and go overboard with it, but it's all about the fun. It's just the competitive nature in every single one of us. And we're going to continue to push new boundaries. And the beautiful thing about it is that despite it being kind of spun as cheating and bots and this and that, in Volt Inu, we focus on organic trending and organic marketing. And that's the first thing that Pablo Crow said to me when I approached him when I was just getting into Volt about, hey, I have some ideas with Shilling and how we can take it to the next level. That's the first thing he said to me is, hey man, is this going to be organic? Because they don't want anything that's fake. They don't want any fabricated false narratives or anything like that. It's all about the organic community. And I can personally say that through the strength of other communities, through the strength of Volt Inu, that was all organic community outreach winning that poll. And that's the beauty of it all. So despite what was said and people getting a little bit, feelings hurt about it, we love them all. We welcome them in Volt. We hope that they join us and use Volti-Change.
I'm still gonna buy me a Shiba dog, just so you guys know. I want a Shiba dog, just because the whole history, man. Like a meme coin came from Doge, the Shiba dog. You know what I mean? And all because of them too, we are here today. Okay, and just like AOL was the first internet that we all use doesn't mean it's still around. You know, things change. New projects come out and new kings have to be made. That's just what it is. 5-10 years from now, Volt might not be the king. Maybe somebody else comes and takes her place. It is what it is. Accept it. That is reality. But for now, Volt is here. This upcoming bull market is ours. We own it. We want it. We will have it. We will be the best meme coin in the world, because eventually the champion loses and somebody else wins.
Tell them, Pablo. They need to hear that, because there's a lot of G activity recently. So tell them it's going to be the number one coin in the world. And it will be. And sure, someone may dethrone it. And when it happens, it happens. But for now, there's no other project out there like Volt. There's no other project building like Volt has built. And there's no other project that's got utilities lined up like Volt. So we're in a super, super bullish project. Super, super bullish. I'm pumped. I'm super pumped. I'm pumped every day for Volt. Every time. When you look at that chart and you see a couple of red candles, it doesn't bother me at all, because I know in the long run, we're going to be doing great things, and that chart's going to continue to go up. And you got to look at the bigger picture. You got to look at what we're providing as a utility, what we're doing in the crypto space. You know, we're actually we're making waves. We're offering new things that have not been done by other projects before. So that's something you got to keep in mind.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, like, you think about Shib. They got their name because they were saying they were the Dogecoin killer, right? That's how they got their name. So they were directly attacking Doge, trying to beat them. That's how they got their name. So, you know, Volt has never said anything like that. We're coming after Shib. Nah, man, we always respect Shib. But if Shib gets in our way, well, that's another problem that we will settle in that time being. Like this. No project is going to slow us down. No project. We wanted to win this poll because now payments is a very valuable asset, and it matters to win this. It matters. That's why Shib was so emotional, because they knew it mattered. All the other polls that they put us on, all the other bullshit, like, we don't care. We really don't care. We're only going to focus on things that matter, and this one mattered, and we had to win. That's all it is. So we showed up. You know, they got mad at our marketing. Well, we're just good marketers. That's it. That's just what it is. We know how to reach out to other projects and say, you know what, Doge, why don't you help us beat Shib? You know what I mean? Oh, you know you don't like those fuckers. Help us beat them. And they show up and help us beat them, right? It is what it is.
Can you imagine if that actually happened, though? I mean, Doge has got so many holders, it's unbelievable. Yeah. Imagine a whole Doge army just coming out and doing that. That'd be absolutely nuts. But I don't want to talk too much about Doge. I've got a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth. I had a lot of Doge once upon a time, and I thought this thing was, I thought it was gonna pump, and then the whole Elon Musk appearing on Saturday Night Live happened, and then I thought this thing's just gonna go to the moon, and I think because they scripted it, he said something like one of the hosts asked him, so basically it's like a side hustle, and he went, yeah, it's a side hustle. And everyone was like, oh, why did you say that? It's not a side hustle, man. And the whole thing just like tanked big time. So I sold all my Doge at that point because I saw it was just going straight down.
That's it, man. That's it. And we're just going to finish off with this one for today. You know, you guys got to look at the bigger picture. Volt is sitting at 105 exchanges, and we're yet to get listed on all the top tier exchanges. Yet to list. So you look at the growth, you look at the potential of Volt is massive. You can make so much money with Volt, but you just got to believe in it. You just got to believe in the project. You got to believe in Voltoshi. You got to believe. The people that believe all year, right? You know, last year, all year long, that believe in Volt are sitting pretty today. And the people that believe in Volt all this year are going to sit pretty at the beginning of the bull market. And the people that have a nice position in Volt before the bull market really takes off, you're all going to be blessed. That's just what it is. Because the capability of what this can do, it's extraordinary. First of all, Shib has 400 quadrillion. It started with 1 quadrillion tokens. Quadrillion. We started with 69 trillion, which is about what? I don't know. 30%, 27% of the supply, something like that. I don't know the exact number, but it's around there. And we have automatic contracts to burn our supply. And we're going to have multi-chain help burn our supply. We're going to have other communities help burn our supply. In the meantime, along the ways, plus manual burns. So the X's that can be made in Volt are fantastic. People can make a lot of money here. But you got to come in and just relax, chill out, get yourself a bag. You know, obviously don't sacrifice your rent because you're not going to get rich in 30 days. You got to pay rent. Pay your damn rent. Okay? We're going this for the long shot. To get to the top 10 cryptos in the world, it's going to be a challenge. We're going to go through a lot of up and downs. We're going to bleed. We're going to sacrifice. People that you talk to today will not be here when we're sitting in the top 10 cryptos in the world. People that you talk to on the voice chat every day, on the Telegram, will not be here. Because they will give up on their dream too soon. And that's something that you must understand that won't happen with Volt. The ones that were here, we've been here, we're going the whole mile, we're going to see this through, and we're going to see how the year ends for 2023, as this is the first live stream on my channel. And we're going to go back to this show in December of this year and talk about what we accomplished in 12 months. What do you guys want to say for the closing words, fellas?
Take it away, Limitless.
Sure thing. Well, I want to say also congrats to Volt for winning the Ghosting Media Meme Coin of 2022, Meme Coin of the Year. That vote was another thing that Volt banded together with a lot of communities and a lot of community outreach to win that. And that's a huge accomplishment as well. So hats off to the community for really just pushing those boundaries. Think of all the legendary things that we did in 2022 with the NASDAQ interview, with all of the exchanges. Think about how far Volt has come since its inception, the building of the community, surpassing some of the most legendary blue chip meme coin tokens out there in terms of shill strength. The list goes on, guys. And this is just the beginning. Voltoshi and the team have so many incredible things in store for 2023 that it's going to make people's heads spin. So I'm really excited to be here on this journey with every single one of you. Tell all your friends, tell all the projects that you know about VoltiChange. Bring them to us and we can explain to them, or we will go there to teach them the value of using that amazing utility that is within the space and what it can do for DeFi as a whole. But thank you guys so much. And Pablo, thanks so much for having us here. It's been an incredible live stream and looking forward to that one at the end of the year to revisit all of this and see all the bullish sentiment that we've experienced for 2023.
Yeah, I'm really fired up, man. I went back and watched my first live stream of 2022 and how far Volt has come in the bear market, in the blood, and the nastiest thing when Bitcoin dumping, Ethereum dumping, Shiba Inu dumping, Dogecoin dumping, everything dumping. Volt has continued to rise on a 40-degree angle on an uptrend since contract 1 to contract 2. And we're going to continue to do that because now we're ready to go for the big money. We're ready to go for the big money. Not your DeFi goals, but your crypto worldwide goals. And like always, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like the video, always come back and comment for the algorithm. Make sure you subscribe to my brother's over here YouTube channel if you haven't. Check his content, a lot of good stuff. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good night. See you guys.
Good night. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.